Listen to me. This is your PSA. It's time for you to focus on you. You have been focusing on everybody else except for the person that you need to focus on. And you know who that person is? That person is you. You spend all your time and focus on what they said, what they done, how they treated you, and you losing sight of focusing on you. It doesn't matter what they said. It doesn't. It doesn't matter how they feel. They're doing things to provoke you, doing things to cause reactions out of you because they know you are unsure of yourself. They know that you are weak in certain areas. So guess what? Take the focus off of them and put the focus on you. You are the most important person in the equation. Can't nobody do to you unless you allow it. Can't nobody be nothing to you unless you allow it. Whining and complaining about it is not going to change the situation. You got to be some tough skin. You got to have some thick skin. And you got to do what you got to do for you. This ain't nobody else. You focusing on the mess over here instead of focusing on your life. You focus on the problem over here instead of focusing on your life, right? They want to deter you. They want you to throw you off course because they know within their minds, if you ever start focusing on the little pebbles that they're throwing in your path and you really start focusing on yourself, then you'll start to find your way. You'll start to gain some ground. But long as they can keep throwing you off your course, you'll never focus on you. You will never focus on you. And people will do what they do because they know they can get away with it. They know there's a crack. They know there's a way in to do what they do. And you have to get to a point, you have to sit down and say to yourself, enough is enough. I'm not dealing with this. I don't have to tolerate it. I can ignore it. I can go and live my life. You don't have to answer the phone. You don't have to answer text messages. Matter of fact, you can even put them on block. So you may want to use your block finger to give you some relief, right? Ain't nothing wrong with you blocking people out. I don't care who it is, family, friends, people you date, people. You need to block some people for your own peace of mind, right? People are treacherous. They low down and dirty, and you need to know that. They don't care what they do, how they do it, when they're doing it, long as it has an impact in your life. And what we need to stop doing is open the doors to allow people to walk in to cause disruption and chaos and confusion in our life. That you can do, you can do. That you can't, give it to God. You already know what people are doing. And you always got to remember reaping and sowing. Vengeance is mine, said the Lord, I will repay. As long as you know that, as long as you are assured of that, you should keep moving. You should keep walking with your head held high. Stop complaining about things that some parts that you have control over. And that you don't have no control over, give it to God. You don't have to listen to them. You don't have to make them a part of your life. Do your due diligence to separate yourself by any means necessary, at any cost. You need to do what you need to do for you. That's so important. But when you stop focusing on yourself and you focus on what people are doing and what people are saying, you lose sight, you lose ground, and it pushes you more than 2 steps backwards. Now you're back to square one. So what do you want to do? Do you want to keep living in somebody else's shoes, in somebody else's shadow, or you want to focus on you? What can you do for you to get you into a safe space? What can you do for you to get you into a good headspace? What can you do for you to get your emotional on level ground? Because everything that's out of sync is affecting you physically, what you're not understanding. And what you fail to understand, people are going to be people. You can't control people. You can't control what they say, what they do, but you can't control the narrative of your life. You can't control how you respond to the things and react to the things that they say and they do. You don't have to give them no access, no response to what they say or do. You don't have to give them that. Not at all. You can ignore. You can tune out. That's what you can do. But the long as you pay attention, the long as you keep complaining, the long as you keep whining about it, the long as you keep focused on it, you're not going to be the person you need to be. You're not going to get to the place where you need to go. because that situation is consuming your life and you're allowing it to. You're going to have to start talking to yourself and say, look, not today. Not today. We're not allowing that to interfere with what we got going on. We're going to keep our eyes focused on what we're doing. We got our eyes focused on the prize. We got our eyes focused on moving forward. We got our eyes focused on frontwards and not backwards. You got to do those things for you. And can't nobody make those decisions but you. And can't nobody act upon what you need to do for you but you. So the question is, what are you going to do? What are you going to do for you? Are you going to wallow in it? Are you going to sink in it? Or are you going to get on solid foundation and go on about your business and do what you need to do for you? And address the thing you need to address and move on for what they don't want to be about. They don't want to listen, move on. You got options here. Block, ignore, and deny. Block, ignore, and deny. Block, ignore, and deny. That's it. You don't have to accept nobody's behavior, especially when you live in your own place and you pay your own bills. Come on now. Focus on you. Get your life in order. It's time. It's way past time. You've been dealing with this far too long, and enough is enough. And you should feel like you should be sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you should want to live a better quality of life. You're going to let somebody run your life for the rest of your life. You're going to let somebody control your life for the rest of your life, and you don't think that you need to stop it when you're going to feel like it needs to be stopped. That time is now, and you have to make that conscious decision to do it. That's all I'm saying. Focus on you.